Yeah, but New England's dominating this league, and they got a bunch of short guys.
What does height have to do with anything?
You like their receivers?
I love their receivers. I love Edelman. Edelman, he's my third man crush. I love Edelman. He is Steve Smith. That's who he is. But like what Dion said yesterday, it's like reverse racism. Because he's white, he doesn't get the love he deserves. We all come on TV and we say they have no receivers. This guy's a top 10 receiver. Hogan, yeah, he may be on his 5th team or whatever it is, but this guy's a baller. I got the opportunity to play against him last year in Buffalo, and I went up to him after the game and I said, bro, you're a stud. Give me that jersey. So much respect for that guy.
So you think New England's wide receivers are, well, first of all, they're quick and they catch it.
The best wide receiver group in the business this year.
Wow.
Because they play together. It's complementary football. You have tight ends, you have running backs, and I'm put everybody in there, tight ends, the running backs, and the receivers. They have a deep threat in Hogan. They have Julian Edelman, who has the biggest route tree in all of football. This is the guy that can run every single route. He can take a 5-yard option route and take it 40. He can catch a ball over the shoulder. He can go and catch a back shoulder from Tom Brady. This guy's amazing. And he's the toughest player in football. Look at this guy.
Edelman?
Look at him. Edelman is the toughest guy in football.
He takes shots.
He's the toughest guy in football. He gets in your face and he doesn't care who you are.
Okay, let me throw this at you. Antonio Brown, there was a story a couple days ago. He's a good dude. I really like him.
First, before we move on to that, did I kill the icing?
No. Listen, first of all.
Can we move from there?
First of all, just because you eloquently defused my argument, you didn't screw up my whole belief system.
Okay.
Well, it's like a well-rounded buttercream, right? Like all the right ingredients to make the perfect frosting.
But Antonio Brown, according to a report yesterday, purposefully ran the wrong routes because he was upset with the play calls. Now, that doesn't sit well with me. Yeah. What if that's true?
Then that means he made a mistake, and that means that he handled it the wrong way. But Antonio Brown makes that team better. Antonio Brown is the reason why that team made it as far as they did. Now, there's other guys on that team, Le'Veon Bell and Big Ben, and that defense, how they play together, and the coaching staff. Great team from top to bottom, including the coaches and staff. But Antonio Brown, he's a problem. Brown is a problem because of everything I said about your icing on the cake theory. Antonio Brown demands so much attention that Le'Veon Bell has better holes to run through, although he is a stud. The other receivers have one-on-one, and I think that's one of the reasons why Big Ben was so upset after the game is because from what he said, the receivers the stage was too big.
Right.
They had their opportunities, and Antonio Brown is the reason for that.
Brandon Marshall, 6-time Pro Bowler, AT&T Audience Sports. So when you look at a game like this, you have 2 weeks to prepare. It's the biggest football game you'll ever play in.
Yeah.
Would your preparation change even a little bit? Like, for instance, would you be thinking, Brandon, okay, I'm going to be so hyped up. Yeah. I'm going to square my routes off. Do you think the atmosphere could actually alter your game? It's so big.
Absolutely, for inexperienced people. Absolutely. I think that's where your veterans come in. I think that's where your coaching comes in. We talk about putting together a championship routine. Tom Brady, that's why he's great. He has this championship routine, and he doesn't defer from that. And when you're a younger player, I'll give you a prime example at the Combine. Right, this is one of the biggest stages of my life, of my career. Trying to make it to the NFL. I change up my whole routine, and I'm cramping before the 40-yard dash. I end up still running a great 40, but I learned from that lesson. Like, I didn't have to do too much. I was already ready. Just continue to do what you're doing. To do what I. So all I had to do is do what.
You overthought the room.
I overthought it, and it crushed me. I could have, instead of running a 4.45, I could have ran a 4.40 maybe. You never know, and that's the difference between going from round 4 to round 3.
So a young player, Atlanta's got some young players. It's paralysis by analysis. You just think too much.
You think too much. I mean, I can't imagine what these guys are going through. I've never been in a Super Bowl, but when you look at, other experiences and you try to take from that and learn from that, you absolutely try to overcompensate or do too much. You don't have to. Just continue to do what got you here, and you'll be fine.
By the way, that boat thing didn't bother me at all.
It didn't?
Because I grew up on the ocean, so I like boats.
It's very different.
But it bothered you more. It didn't bother.
It did.
And you're generally pro player.
Yeah, have a great time.
The boat
That
didn't
bothers
bother me. Here's the one thing. The only thing that bothered me about the boat is it looked like an album cover. It'd be one thing if like a guy took a selfie, but it looked staged, and I'm like, guys, you put too much thought into this.
They were trying too hard. They were trying too hard.
But and also, if it's staged, then hide the blunt, right?
What blunt?
Oh, Brandon.
No, what blunt?
Look, lower left. Get rid of the graphic.
Hands.
Where's
Look what's
Trey
between his
Songz?
fingers on the left, bottom left.
Bottom left.
That's Trey Songz?
Yeah, he's got a blunt in his hand.
Blunt.
Wow.
Mary Jane. Cannabis.
I didn't see that.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to stage the photo, at least put that away.
And that one guy had a pipe.
A pipe, too, if you look closely.
And by the way, on
Yeah.
this show, we are very pro-choices.
Yeah.
So I am not against people and herbs connecting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not.
You're not against it?
I'm just not for it on the New York Daily News front cover.
Yeah, that's probably bad.
Brought to you by 84 Lumber. Are you 84 material?